Do you know what it feels like to be 26 years old, have people that you went to high school with come to your liquor store, look you dead in the face as they pulled up in their BMW and say, oh, you work for your dad? And then you ring them up on their case of champagne and you bring it out to their car and put it in their trunk and they look you in the face with pity? I lived that life. And the way I took that scene was, I'll see you in 10 years, motherfucker. You know, it's funny, I was driving here this morning, I was like, what do I want to get off? What do I want to make sure they know? The number one thing, if I leave this morning, that I hope is for people to realize how much leverage they have, how you, just like weight room and film, you've got to put in work to get what you want, and how what social media and the internet have done is given you so much opportunity to take advantage of who you engage with around what you want. I think the biggest vulnerability to this room, including the coaches and us old guys, is patience. I wish the coaches over here knew how young they were. Watching 30, 40, 50-year-olds completely confused by the context of time is one of the most fascinating things I see in our society. Like, people always come up to me and they're like, Gary, when are you gonna buy the Jets? And I'm like, 25 years. And they get sad as fuck. Like, they think they like want me to have it tomorrow. There was a really famous basketball college team, Loyola Marymount. Every time I think about that team, it's how I think about my life and how I think about myself as an entrepreneur. They were winning college basketball games like 147 to 132. They were just run and shoot. They just pushed it. Their games were crazy. And that's how I think about life. I think too many people are playing defense. And I'm out here trying to win 149 to 146 offense. Because once you stop hearing judgment and you're not actually worried about what people have to say, you can just go fast. Judgment is the only thing I promise you that you'll have for the rest of your life. Watch you from afar, I'm like, that's really good parenting, really good DNA, and really good circumstance, because that kid is not insecure. We have insecure, well, that's right. Truly one of my favorite people. Give some love to K-Love.
One tough SOB, baby.
Tag it.
Yep.
Oh, Gary, I'm so emotional.
It's so funny that the alien thing just happened kind of organic.
Yeah.
This is more gray in my opinion. Do you believe in aliens? Straight up.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna really miss you.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too. I'm gonna miss this company.
Are we trying to do an episode of AskGaryVee together? Hey everybody, this is Gary VaynerChuck, and this is episode 320 of the AskGaryVee show. And this is a very exciting episode because the person that will be dialing the questions and getting to the questions today is India, our very own India, who's on her last day after 7 years at VaynerMedia. Fun fact for a lot of you that don't know, India was a superstar. You know how sometimes you know how like Ari Gold actually became the star of Entourage, but that wasn't the purpose? There was absolutely a time in 2016 where India was my main co-host of the show when it was a completely call-in show or take questions from the internet show. And you know, the reason I had to get her off the show was it became clear to me that she had become bigger than me, and I wasn't really willing to deal with that, you know. Like when you're like 54, you're gonna have like fun things to say at like dinner parties.
Absolutely.
And people aren't gonna believe you, and you're gonna have to like pull it up.
No, really, I did this. Yeah, people don't even know. Just like I've had a couple like informational interviews, and they're like, "Oh, what have you been doing for Vayner at Vayner for like 7 years?" I'm like, so much, including like this like show I did with like the CEO Gary, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's true. Like we just did it, you know."
Like really did it.
Yeah. So that's been awesome too, just to have that experience to talk about. And like everyone loves you when I bring you up, you know. So. Like that's just great for me. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, that's where I really want you to lean in.
Okay.
Like I am ready to like get a phone call in the middle of a meeting and it's your phone number.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you need me at that moment for like whatever interview or whatever you're in, and I'm gonna pick it up and be like, no, Rick, like you should hire her.
Yeah, fuck Rick. He's always the one you go for.
Rick and Sally.
Rick and Sally, yeah. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Hey, Cynthia.
Yeah.
This is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Hi.
Hi. I was just walking by. I'm actually running out of the building, but I saw Andrew on the phone. I said, whoever you're talking to, I want to say hello. And then he said she flipped $4,000 stuff. And then I said, I really want to say hello.
Hello.
Hello. I really, really have to run. I'm super late, but I want to say hi. Thank you for watching my content.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't been watching it, but all I needed was that little push, and I actually watched some of your YouTubes, and they were inspiring, and it's gotten me that far. So I'm like, wow, this is real.
It's fucking pouring.
Story and shit.
That's awesome. All right, do we have an umbrella?
We do. We do.
Oh no.
What the fuck, D-Rock?
Well,
All right, let's go.
not Jason. Right
You made
there.
it, Jason.
Starting Celtic Warriors, Seamus here. Question for Garyvee. Gary, as the owner of Celtic Warrior Workouts YouTube channel, for someone like you who's on the grind, a minimum 18 hours a day.
I'm here. I'm in my home. The Jets facility. What up, Jets? Yo, Sam Darnold, Jamal, if you're watching, come through. I'm judging this Shark Tank-like business challenge. I'm fucking home. New York Jets, baby. I'm fucking home.
We never move or meditate, dreaming wide awake for the times I can't sleep.
Superman, holy kryptonite to kill feelings. All my life I've been chilling. I can feel the ice building up, eyes white shut, light is smoking in the dark.
I told them, I'm watching, my kids are there the other day on their phones watching this guy, and you come, I'm like, my kid, I know that guy. I'm like,
That's
my
awesome.
son's watching you all the
Thank
time.
you very much.
So, I'd love to take a picture.
Let's do it. Well, actually, let's do it even better. What's their names?
Thomas, Robert, and
Tom, Robert, Anthony. Listen, I'm here with Pops. I have no idea why the fuck you guys aren't here, but we're hustling. We're best friends now, and I can't wait to meet you guys.
That's awesome.
I'm sure they'll love that.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet
Thank
you.
That's
Yeah,
great.
real pleasure. Nice to see you. Look, this is America. Small businesses and Main Street businesses and entrepreneurs drive this economy. It's black and white data. Without these small businesses, the whole machine of this great country doesn't play out. And so, coming from a small business environment, being an investor in small businesses, being an entrepreneur, I mean, this is home for me. Hey, vlog.
Cut. Cool. And I'm connected with.
What am I, 15
We'll
behind?
see what's going on.
22 behind? Oh, 10.
I added buffers. This is casual.
Was I yesterday? Like, wait a minute. This wasn't the one where I promised you I was done at 3 p.m.
Yes, of course.
We started.
Jason.
Yep.
Not you. I have a call.
Yeah.
I usually am. It's really devastating for everybody around me.